Good morning, friends and followers and YouTubers and subscribers and Trevorites. But I'm going to say good morning to you, the subscribers, because you're the ones that help the channel grow. It's other dark forces to keep the channel from not growing, isn't it? Anyway, where are we? Friday morning. Do you know what? I've already gave the boys breakfast today. Already sorted. Today we'll probably go and try fishing again with my son. Yesterday he had a massive fish, and just as he was getting it out, the line broke. So we need to improve our line, improve our fishing rod, improve our bait. So I'm learning. I'm not a fisherman, but he's loving it. So there we go. And for those that did say, why don't you book a tutor? I have an awesome guy called Richard on Tuesday, where my son will go in the afternoon, and he will develop his fishing with him, because Richard is an awesome fisherman. So there we go. Right, thank you very much for the emails last night. I received, some lovely ones. Yesterday, while I was fishing, by the way, I got a call from the team, one of the producers at GB News. He said, Trevor, can you come on at 3:30? We'll send a link at 20 past, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. What's it about? Well, it's about Tobias Ellwood. And have you seen the story? And I said, listen, whatever it is, it's going to be controversial, because Tobias Ellwood cannot help but drop us. I find Tobias Ellwood, who used to be the UK Defence Secretary, by the way, I find him to be a nonchalant, cocky ass of a guy who has, in my own opinion, having watched what he'd done in his advertisement, it was like he'd been employed by the Taliban to produce a tourism thing, and telling people Afghanistan was safe while wearing a bulletproof vest on the news isn't a good start. Tobias Ellwood is a guy who heads up a brigade in the UK called 77 Brigade, which were designed during the pandemic. And their job, believe it or not, was to snoop on veterans that said things about the establishment and then close them down on social media. So it's a disgusting, vile thing, which they say they get rid of misinformation, but in my opinion, they close down any debate. Tobias Ellwood blocks hundreds of veterans who question him on Twitter. He just blocks them all because he doesn't want to. Because he hasn't got the best interests of our country at heart, in my opinion. And I did call for him last night on the news to resign. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Right. This afternoon I will be. I'll be in London. I'll be in London this weekend, actually, all weekend. I've got things to do. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You may find this... Nah, I'm not going to even mention it. No. Keep it to yourself, Trev. Keep it to yourself. You know there's people snoop. Right. What else is happening? The Met Office have issued a warning. Now, I'm looking out my window right now. The sky's pure blue. It's really, really hot. And the Met Office have issued a warning. This weekend, a month's rain will fall in 2 days. I'm going to be honest, I'm calling bullshit on that. Do you know the card game? There's a card game bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. There's no way. There's no way it can be even if a month's rain does fall this weekend, even if it does, the water board will still have hosepipe bans out throughout England, because they don't know. They're useless. The pipes below the ground have fallen apart and they haven't bothered to get down and fix them. And we're losing millions of barrels of water a day. But they'll fine you for hosing your garden down. I say sue them. That's my answer to everything now. Sue them. Simon Weston. I'm sure that name rings a bell. He's a Falklands war hero. He really is. He's a fantastic guy. He's rather upset, I'd say, along with all the other Falklands veterans, that the European Union bosses have sided with Buenos Aires in a treaty and are calling the Falklands Islands in their Argentinian name, Las Malvinas. Yes, which means the president of Argentina has actually come out with a statement to say this is a moral victory. The EU are siding with us. Maybe we can start negotiations again to try and get it back. The answer is no, you won't get it back. Argentina, you're a wonderful country, you're wonderful people. I mean, the scenery, the country's fantastic, but your soldiers are a piss take, if I'm honest. I don't think you wouldn't be able to. Do you know what? If Cyprus had an army, which, well, I know the NATO look after them, United Nations. But Cyprus would defeat the Falklands. Cyprus would defeat, I'm getting this all wrong, aren't I? Cyprus would defeat Argentina. I mean, stop it. Stop it. The problem we have now is if we were to go to war with Argentina, which we won't, but if we did, America would sit back and go, no, we're not getting involved in helping out. A lot of France wouldn't give us missiles again. Well, then again, they gave us the missiles and they gave the Argentinians, you know, the information on the missiles. So they play both sides. Well, I suppose we've seen that with 2 world wars, didn't we? Yeah. Leave the Falklands alone. The people don't want you. They want to stay British. Well, there's one thing they don't have in the Falklands, eh? Knife crime. Knife crime, rape, and all the rest of this shit that the UK has. Yeah. I'd say the Falkland Islands is probably safer than London. Knife crime in London has risen 16% in the last, 8 months? 16% in 8 months? People are calling on the police to get off their ass as fraud and cybercrime has risen to an industrial scale, they're saying. While the police in London, the Metropolitan Police, are going around looking for hate crimes and hurting words and gender dysphoria and all the rest of this shit, which doesn't mean a thing in society, which they're making a big thing of. How many police officers does it take to stand at the side of a road and watch dickheads in orange vests saying just stop oil? And what makes it worse is these people wearing just stop oil have got the train or a car or a bus or a motorbike. They've got transport to get to the protest, which uses oil. It just doesn't. Lunatics, aren't they? Lunatics. NatWest boss has issued an apology, by the way, to Nigel Farage. Yes. She says, listen, the bank's stance is not the same as those banks of consortium, the investors. We don't have the same opinion. You're welcome to come to us. They've issued an apology. Nigel, I say sue them. BBC guy called Joe that said something about Nigel, which was wrong. I say sue him too. The BBC, I would wait till the BBC issued their apology and then I would sue them too. Do you know what? Bollocks to the lot of them. See, in today's day and age, the only thing that shuts people up is to hit them where it hurts in their bank balance. So Nigel, you can go from not having a bank account to being awarded millions of pounds. Sue them all. That's the best bet. Wow. Craziness. It is craziness. What else is happening? Great news. Great news for people like me and my mother and father that know this, and my gran that knows this, who's passed away, God help her. But just for your kids, for your future children, just know this. The terrifying animated movie called Watership Down, after it's been terrifying generations of children, has just been issued a parental guidance certificate so that you don't have to put your children through that trauma of watching that cartoon. Yes. And they're saying it's welcome. It's a welcome change. Really? Watership Down? I watched it as a kid. I don't understand. Half of these things we watched growing up help shape your emotions, help shape who you are. You can't have everything just wrapped in cotton wool. You end up being a shit person like Greta Thunberg. You've ruined my future. How dare you? I would leave. It's a classic cartoon, animated cartoon. Leave it alone. Right, what are we doing here? Right, listen to this. I'm going to end on a little bit of a funny. Well, I think it's funny, anyway. And everything I mentioned today will be left in a link in the description of this video. Prince Harry's book, Spur, is the most disregarded book in holiday destinations. In Spain, Turkey and Greece, hundreds of copies of these books, of his book, have been found disregarded in bins, in the hotel bins, and in lobbies, and they've just left it at the side of the pool. Yes, because I think that once they get through it and read it, they see how much toxic nonsense is in there, and they go, throw it. So there we go. Yes, that's another record. Yes, Guinness Book of Record, the most disregarded book ever bought in the world. Spare. Amazing. Right. I'm receiving a couple of emails from different YouTubers at the minute asking me, can I intervene? Trevor, can you intervene and stop this from happening? There's other YouTubers having to go to other YouTubers. Listen, I've learnt never ever get in the middle of two YouTubers having fisticuffs or having a rant. Sit back, maybe offer advice to both, but don't jump in and help, because you know what? They both then look at you and go, huh, who do you think you are trying to get involved? And then you get attacked. So I just leave it, people. I just leave it. Yeah, I try not to get involved in it. Now, there's enough nonsense in the world going on without people moaning about, he's got more subscribers than me. Why don't you help me? I'm like, fucking, I did it myself. With the help of a few YouTubers, I must admit. Yeah, but there we go. Yeah. I had a few YouTubers help me out when I first started off. When I first started off, and I'm always thankful to them, and I'll always give them shout outs, and I'll always help them. But the platform's big enough, guys. You need to find your own niche. Find your own niche. Find your own stories. Don't be repetitive. Use different topics. It's just, yeah. And try and show a little bit of personality, because if you don't show personality, nobody wants to watch your boring fucking face, do they? Right, people. I'm now off to drink my coffee. Hi, Zeus. Welcome. Have a good day, everyone. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Thanks to everyone who continues to leave reviews on Amazon. I think I've had about 110 5-star reviews now, and I'm really thankful. And I'm going to be honest. I think you're a dick if you do this. I don't care if you leave a 1-star review, a 2-star review, or a 3-star review. I don't care. But you need to let me know why you've made that choice, because at the minute someone has left a 3-star grading and didn't even bother their ass to leave a review as to why it's 3-star. So if you're gonna leave a grading of 1, 2, or 3, leave a bit of words to let me know why it's shit, so that I can learn from it. I can't learn from it if you just go, 1 star and walk away. You're all you're proving is that you're a dickhead and you don't care, or else you're just a nasty, vindictive person. You need to let me know why you're leaving that type of a grade. And that's all. Because I need to learn from this. How am I meant to progress as a writer or progress as someone if you're just going, shit, and walking off? You need to let me know why it's shit, okay? Right, people. Thanks very much. I do appreciate it. I think I'm back down to under 86,000 this morning, which isn't a drama. We will get there, because you know why? We keep it real. We keep it real. Have a great day, enjoy the weather, and let's hope that at the weekend you can wear a vest rather than an umbrella. Take care.